Hello.
G'day, Danny. How you going?
I'm good. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Anytime. I love your current single. It's been a month, we were saying before we went live, and you're pretty happy with how it's going?
Yeah, absolutely well received. Getting a fair bit of radio play, and just getting a lot of positive feedback, which is really nice.
It's lovely to hear, and I guess it's nice when you've put all that effort into writing it. I can see there's a comment there, but I can't quite see the top of it. Hi, Danny, can't stay out at the moment. It's Chris. You're forgiven, Chris, but you're welcome to watch it on the replay. So we were just saying earlier before we went live, you never really know how a single's going to go, but when you've put so much into it, you'd have to be pretty nervous in that lead up, like that pre-sale, pre-save, pre-release moments. That relief must be good when you get out, when it's finally out in the world.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's always a bit of a funny time, because you've usually you've sort of got the song, I guess, finished and everything, like all that part of it's done, and then you go through a period where you're getting ready to sort of deliver it out to the world, and you just want to make sure, I guess, all of those things are in place and stuff, and then it finally happens, and you kind of go, whew, and you sort of breathe a sigh of relief, but at the same time, it's also I guess it's the start of sort of a media campaign, and you're talking about it a lot, and just trying to get it to as many people as you can, and I think the songs that you think are going to do certain things probably don't, and then it's the other ones that you probably misjudge a little bit that jump up and do well. I think that's the best way to describe it.
I always say you can never pick it. It's just so up and down, because I know I hear something, that's going to do so well, and then you're like, oh, that got lost in the system somehow. I don't, and then ones you think, oh, that'll just be, that'll just sort of tick along, and they go crazy. It's such a strange world.
It definitely is, yeah. And you can never, like you said, you can never pinpoint what people are going to relate to, or find their own sort of meaning in the song. So that's always an interesting thing to hearing people's stories of how they connected. I love that.
That's my favorite bit, I think, about music, is like I can get a song, listen to it, and have my own opinion, and then I can read read the media release for that, and I'm like, oh, that's not what I picked at all. And then you hear other people going, oh, this song's about that, and oh, that's another side that I would never. I love that bit. I love that it can have so many meanings to so many people. And I think Australian country music is really good at that too, because we are storytellers. The thing I noticed about this song is, since hearing it, I say 100% a lot. No idea. I said it so much. Every time I hear it, I'm like, oh, I just said it again.
Yeah. Well, that's good to hear. So, that's how the song came about, actually. So, my producer, Gavin Carfoot, we'd been throwing around ideas for a record, and different song ideas and all sorts of concepts and things, and he'd been saying to me for a while, we've got to write a song called 100%, and I never sort of really understood, and I didn't sort of, I guess, question him at the start. I was just sort of like, oh yeah, cool, no worries, throw it in the idea bank, I guess, and then one day after a few months I said, hey, what's this 100% idea that you've got? And he said, you say it all the time, and I was like, nah, I do not. Turns out I do. Yeah.
That's funny how we don't notice those things. I just,
Completely.
yeah. I'm like, how did I not notice that before? But yeah, as soon as I heard this song, I was like, oh my gosh. Yep, I can relate. I know exactly what he means.
Yeah, and I think now on the on the back of quite a few interviews and stuff, I'm probably more conscious of it than ever saying it. So I think I've sort of changed my tune a bit, and now I find myself saying absolutely, absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely,
Well,
and I'm like,
yep.
This is going to turn into this will be the next song, I reckon.
Yeah, this is how you get your next catalogue sorted. Yeah.
Yeah.
Things that we say, things that go around everywhere. Hi, Cass.
Totally.
Cass is in Katoomba at the moment, but she loves you. She said that you are cool. And
thanks,
Cass is the person to listen to in this industry.
Yeah.
She does so much. And Susan's popped in. She said to say hi. Hi, Susan. I hope you're doing very well. We've got lots of people popping in. So if you have any questions, pop them in the comments and we'll try to get to as many as we can for you. Tell us a little bit about, because as we always sort of say, tell us a bit about your music background. But obviously this song came from something that easily, we have to write a song. Is that how you normally write, or do you normally sit, think of an idea and spend a bit of time? Does it just come naturally?
Yeah, I think definitely I'm probably I'm probably more of an experience experience-based writer, I guess. So yeah, it's I guess generally things that I've done or been through and stuff. I do enjoy I suppose a little bit of fiction, like creating some stories. And like Bruce Springsteen is one of my songwriting heroes, and he's made a living out of crafting
Story.
Absolutely, and singing songs about things that he's sort of never done or hasn't been through and stuff. But he also had this ability to he was great at people watching and stuff. So I think I like to try and do a lot of that as well, and take in the world around me and stuff. And I think you find when you're a songwriter, you that mantra of 2 ears, 1 mouth is very strong. So you find yourself doing a lot of listening, and that's a good skill to have too.
Absolutely. And as you said, especially as a songwriter, it's you can take so much in. And like you were saying with the people watching, I love doing that. And I often like watching what they do and think, wonder what's going through their head as to why they just did that. I like to go that next step of wonder what was telling them that needed to happen.
Absolutely.
But, that's why I like airports.
They're a good totally. That's a great one, because you always I guess there's so many possibilities for people.
Yes.
I guess it kind of almost you kind of try and almost, I guess, get into people's psyche of wondering okay, it's like, all right, where are they going? And then it's like, why are they going there?
Exactly. And what are they going to do? Are they going to meet people, or is it a positive? Are they working? There's so much. And what they're wearing, you can always sort of tell, like, no, they're going to be on a long flight, because you can see that they're going for comfort.
That is spot on. I reckon when I remember, like, sort of back in the day, first flying for gigs and stuff, and it's all new and exciting and stuff, and you're like, oh yeah, I'll wear like nice clothes and like cool, and then after a couple of months, you're like, oh wow, track pants and and a hoodie,
trackies, and just chuck it all in now. Used to be nicely neatly packed, and I'll make sure that doesn't get wrinkled. Now it just goes all in. And what do I need if my bag gets lost? It's the other.
Totally. And that's exactly right. I think that 12-hour, remember years ago we went to Nashville, so flying to LA, and that was a long flight to realize that I was wearing jeans that were probably a bit too tight, and a pair of boots that weren't real comfortable.
Just undo the button and take the boots off under your seat.
Definitely.
Just remember before you stand up that you've got to do them back up.
Trap for young players.
Yeah, that's right. If you want to do well in the industry, go to the airport and watch people, because that will teach you what you need to wear for different things. That's how you learn.
Great career advice.
Exactly. Now, as I was saying before, back on track. Yeah, where how 100% came around, how you write differently by watching people, that sort of thing. Your previous single, there was a bit of a note there that you wrote that with your son in mind around autism and that sort of thing. How did that go, and how did that get welcomed really well? Did you have a lot of people relating to that?
I did, yeah, and
Yeah.
it kind of encompassed the idea. So yeah, my son Jack has autism, and just, I guess, sees the world a
Yes.
little differently, and so it's always an interesting way of, I guess, finding interpretation, or I guess
It's
figuring
so
out
interesting.
how he
Yeah.
sees things.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I guess that sort of comes from being able to sort of write, I guess, with that in mind. And then it was on the back of COVID, and I had the idea of people being separated. And then I watched a news piece, and it was people singing like from balcony to balcony. I think it was in
Mhm.
Melbourne, and
I saw that. Yes.
they were just trying to stay positive because they
Yeah.
had been locked down for so long and couldn't,
Yeah.
do all their regular stuff. And it was like, oh wow, just the whole. I saw the beauty again in the whole thing they talk about of music being, a universal language and all this
Yeah,
kind
it
of
is.
stuff.
Yeah.
And so I thought, right, there's this whole idea, and part of me felt guilty because up here in Queensland we were, still sort of living the dream. We were
Yeah.
catching up with
Yeah.
friends and sitting around the campfire and having a drink, and
So
and
were we down here. Yeah. And I was
yeah,
the same. I felt guilty. And then I also felt guilty because I was working so much. I'm a nurse, and I'm like, well, I want a day off. And everyone else just
yeah.
needs to go to work.
Exactly, yeah. Well, and hey, credit to you for, being on the front line and doing your thing. We appreciate that. And
Oh, that's what you've got to do, isn't it? But yeah, it's funny
yeah,
how it impacts you differently, because I'm like, I feel so guilty because I just want one day. Like,
yeah,
it's that same thing, isn't it? Being around a
totally,
campfire
yeah,
and just can't leave their house. Yeah.
exactly, yeah. So I saw that, and so there was a kind of a range of emotions going on there, and and seeing that, and they were singing across this courtyard, and I just thought to myself, I'm like, oh, sing, yeah, just sing it out, sing it up, sing a little louder, and then thought,
Yeah.
yeah, right. And I had the chorus for a couple of years, but
Yeah, right.
or maybe 12 months, I think. And then I was talking to a good friend of mine, our front of house sound engineer, Ray Moss, and he mentioned he'd been doing some work with the Wolf Brothers and stuff. And I thought, oh yeah, right. And I love those guys. They've just they've got that real Aussie, genuine sort of sensibility about them and stuff. And I'd met him before, and I knew Nick's a great bloke. Tom's a bit of a rascal. And that. So yeah, reached out and said, hey, I've got this chorus idea. Would you help me write the song? And yeah, so they did. We jumped on Zoom one morning, and yeah, a couple of hours later, we had it done.
Yep. And that just that easy. The whole song.
Yeah, well, it was kind of yeah. Obviously, yeah, they had the idea for the chorus. Then it was like, let's piece together what this story's about. And it starts off talking about the mum at the red light with the kids screaming in the car. So she's in a difficult situation. Yeah, the second verse is dedicated, obviously, to my son Jack, and anyone with anyone that's sort of, I guess, struggling with their abilities. It talks about the for those who know but can never tell, and those that hear but can't speak so well.
Yes.
So yeah, and then the third verse was a dedication to. I guess sort of me and any other musos that have been told, sort of get a real job and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, yeah. So that was a bit of a like middle finger
Yeah.
to,
Yeah.
to a few people, I guess, the naysayers. So yeah, and the boys are really good with that. They're great storytellers, and
Yeah.
they're great at writing what they see around them and stuff as well. So it yeah, I think 3 hours, a couple of coffees, and
Wow.
it was done.
That's incredible. I love how that sometimes it just comes together how it's meant to, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And no, I wanted to touch on that song because my niece and nephew are autistic, and we have a lot of autistic children in our family, and I work with disabilities. So I love that it was very well written, and it's a conversation that it needed to be had as well, but in a pleasant way.
Yep.
And my cousin has had to leave work to teach her two children, and we were
Yep.
talking about that. And she's like, one day the government's going to need you because you might not be able to express what you want to say, but they're absolute geniuses with maths and computers. And she's like, one day they're going to need you. and you can say, well, why did I have to not go to school? Because the school system just couldn't cope. So
Yep.
it's good to see some songs coming out around that, and thinking from a different angle, which is nice.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I loved it, and yeah, it's been nice. Thank you for sharing that story. I love hearing those things, and it's just really really nice to see it reaching people.
Exactly. No, it is. It's lovely. So, but anyway, your current single, as we were talking about,
Yeah,
we're mentioning you now. You're sitting there with your guitar. Are you still interested in giving us a song?
absolutely. Yeah,
Wonderful. I will let you have the room, and I'll see you in a moment.
no worries. Cool. I don't know about finance, don't know about politics. I don't know about you, man, but none of that makes me tick. I don't know about religion, don't know about the world today. But I know, say what I mean, and I mean what I say. If you're gonna make a plan, man, 100%. Gonna hit the road, man, 100%. Wanna take a few hours, pitching a tent, makes you wonder where the time went, 100%. Wanna crack a few cans, man, 100%. Maybe working out tens, 100%. Think back about school, how we never went, makes you wonder where the time went, 100%. 100%. 100%. I don't know about part-time, I don't know about calling in sick. I don't know about handouts, I work for what I get. If you're gonna make a plan, man, 100%. You're gonna hit the road, man, 100%. Wanna take a few hours, pitching a tent, makes you wonder where the time went, 100%. Wanna crack a few cans, man, 100%. Maybe work on out tens, 100%. Think back about school, how we never went, makes you wonder where the time went, 100%. 100%. 100%. I don't want to work my ass off for the tax man every day. I want 100% of every dollar I make. Every goddamn dollar I make. You're gonna make a plan, man, 100%. You're gonna hit the road, man, 100%. Wanna take a few hours, pitching a tent, makes you wonder where the time went, 100%. Wanna crack a few cans, man, 100%. Work on our tens, 100%. Think back about school, how we never went, makes you wonder where the time went, 100%. 100%. Oh, 100%. 100%. I want to talk about love, 100%. Faith, 100%. Sweat, 100%. And always give 100%.
Sorry, that was wonderful. I took a second
Ah,
then
thank you.
touching the screen, and I don't have a touch screen. Why isn't it working? That is such a good song. I love it. It's just, yeah, it's just fun, and
Thank you.
and that's how we should be, isn't it? We want to live life 100%. Did you know there's an emoji? Look, there's an emoji made for your song.
I did. I have seen that, yeah. And someone was asking about getting that like incorporated into some merch. So we're working on that.
Oh, that would be fun. You could do lots with that, actually. I like it when we get a good thing for merch. Jan said she's an awesome song. Can't wait to see you at the muster, which is one thing I had on my list to talk about. So you are heading to the muster, which is not far away. You've been to the muster a fair bit. Tell us what you're doing this year at the muster.
Yeah, I've been many, many times. I think I'm trying to remember. I reckon I've been. Oh, look, at least it'd be over 20 times.
Wow.
So it obviously is a hometown show for me, which is great. Right here in our backyard. And
how nice is that? You get
I do. Yes, people quite often ask us. They go, "Oh, it's amazing. Are you camping and stuff?" I'm like, "No,
nope.
I've done my fair share of camping out there, but I'll come home for a hot shower. I'll see you tomorrow."
Exactly. In the morning, after a nice, refreshing sleep.
Exactly. So we're there on the Thursday night this year, in the Blues and Roots bar.
Wonderful. Yeah.
Which is always one of our favourites, and really exciting. And then there's another band on just after us, Jen Myers and the Rough and Tumble.
So fantastic!
Yeah, I'm very lucky to have Jen. Jen sings in my band with me, and then so she's got her own show there this year with the band, which I absolutely cannot wait for. And then we'll be back on the Saturday afternoon for the guitar jam.
Oh, fantastic! Yep. Oh my goodness.
So, which is really, really cool.
A busy weekend for you.
Yeah, very much so. I'm looking forward to it. I love catching up with everyone and seeing people that I've met years ago at the muster from all over the country that come back and it's always a good time.
I think there are two festivals in Australia that to me stand out, and it's Tamworth and the Gympie Muster. There's just nothing like it anywhere else.
Definitely.
It's just something special about those two events. But the muster, when you're driving in, and there's just something different about it.
Yeah, it's a lot of people can't. I guess you've got to see it to believe it. The fact that they sort of build a city in the forest and everything that goes with it. It's incredible.
It is. And then, even just, you probably don't have to worry too much, but the camp hopping on the way back to your tent at the end of the night, and you meet so many people. It's just something. There's the whole event, and then there's also the camping side of it with all the amazing campsites and the people that you meet. It's just something very different about it that I don't think anyone can understand.
No, definitely. You've got to put it on your bucket list, and you'll see, and you'll be coming back forever.
Definitely. The only thing I'm a bit jealous of is the shower. That is that would make Gympie perfect to have a proper shower.
Oh yeah, it's it's always nice at the end of the night, especially when it's a dry and dusty year.
Yes, especially exactly. Yeah. And no, I've been there where it's been cold, and I've been there where it's been reasonably warm and dusty, and you couldn't have a fire. It's you get quite extreme there, don't you? And I've told the story before, but the snakes, that is probably the part of the muster I'm not really keen on.
Not into it?
No. I remember coming out of the muster, and it was the last night. It was a Sunday night, and I was with my friend, and we were both sort of really, really happy and wandering out back to our tent, and they said, "Sorry, you're gonna have to stop." I'm like, "Oh," he goes, "There's a snake now." I'm terrified of snakes. Anything in the world I can handle a snake, no way. But then he said it was an 8-foot snake, and I didn't click to how big that was. And I was on the plane. We got on the plane to fly home, and it just suddenly went into my mind. I'm like, 8 feet. That's
a big snake.
Thank God before I got to my tent that hadn't sunk in until we were leaving, because I would have been gone.
Yeah, definitely.
And is there another country star you would like to do a duet with? That's a good question, Troy. Ooh, it's hard to pick one though.
So I've actually got there's a song on the record that is done and ready to go. We're just I think we're about to confirm a release date, but it's a beautiful beautiful duet that I actually wrote with my wife.
Oh, wow.
And I asked the wonderful Melody Moko if she would
Yes.
join me on it, and she graciously said yes. So so that Mel was someone definitely a country star that I had on my bucket list.
Wow.
And so that was pretty cool. I'd love to, absolutely love to, um, you know, even just sit down and have a write and have a chat with Chris Stapleton. I think
Yeah.
that'd be pretty amazing.
As a songwriter, that would be incredible.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
definitely would be one on the bucket list. But to do one with Melody, sounds amazing. I can't wait to hear that one.
Yeah,
But
it's
how
a really
wonderful
beautiful song.
and how great is that we get to live our dream? Like
Yeah.
that, like if you know, who would you dream to do? Well, actually I'm doing it. Like, how lucky are we in this industry to be able to do exactly that, live our dream every day?
Totally.
And that's so lovely to hear. So you're saying you haven't got a release date for that one yet, but it's coming in the next little bit.
Yeah, it's very close. We're just just finalising a couple of things at the moment, but I'm pretty excited about it. It's it's a song that's really really sort of really dear to me. So I think people are going to relate to it as well. So
yeah. I cannot wait. Now, as we were just talking about before we went live about your songwriting, tell us a little bit about that, because that's something that you really means a lot to you. And it sounds like if you had to choose singing or songwriting, it sounds like you'd nearly go to songwriting if you had to only do one.
Yeah, these days I reckon you're right. I think I started out as a singer and writing bits and pieces and spent a lot of years probably writing what I would call absolutely terrible songs. And
Can't keep it without a terrible one. You've got to do it.
we learn as we go, right? And
Right.
so I'd like to think they're a little better now, and and they'll keep getting better. So, which is nice. But it's important to me, I guess, to be able to tell stories and stuff. And I had a moment last year where I got to at the Gympie Muster. I got to stand at main stage with, I was on the Saturday night with a crowd of, around sort of 10,000 people. And my producer, Gav Carfoot, and I were standing there and with both our wives and stuff. And we'd just been having a chat. And Adam Brand was playing a show on main stage. And obviously, Matty Cornell is in his band. And they had a hit with a song called Our Church last year. And I was lucky enough to be a writer on that song. And it was born at an event called Song Culture in Brisbane. And it was a really, really special day. And it was just really nice to be part of that team, and then part of something so special that song became to so many people.
Yes, and it was really welcomed, actually. It was beautiful.
Yeah, so... And Maddie was just Maddie and Brandy were both just beautiful through the whole experience and stuff. Maddie in particular, like, stayed in touch with us, me and the other writers, and he was just so gracious about everything, and really celebrated it as a team, and team effort and everything like that. So Maddie's just a bloody good human. So but yeah, he was really, really just supportive of everyone, that was part of that song, from the ground up, which was really, really nice. So yeah, to stand there with sort of 10,000 other people and hear them singing that and hear people singing it back and stuff, that was, as a writer, was a really, really special,
whole round moment. Yeah, the whole, It's so special being able to be there from the very start of the song to the complete end, and it is so different. But to be able to see that whole full circle moment, it would have been amazing. It's very special.
Yeah, really was, yeah. So, and then likewise, I've been part of songs, at different events and stuff. And there's an event that I mentor at with Jen and Melody, and this year we had Kelly Bruhaha and it's called the Songmaster up here in Gympie, and equally as amazing as writing songs with other artists, established songwriters, and then people that have never written a song before.
That would be amazing. Oh.
Yeah, so they walk away from that 4-day sort of songwriting camp, having written their first song or written their first few songs and stuff, and sort of things can change people's lives, and I just absolutely am always honoured to be a part of that experience with people.
That would be probably the best moment for me, is showing someone that, hey, you can do it. It doesn't have to be hard unless you make it hard. You can do it.
Exactly.
And as you said before, like when you start off, they're not always that great, but it's no different to anything that we do in life. You're never fantastic at first go, and if you are, it's just luck. But it's one of those things. It's still, it's like training that muscle memory. You just naturally go into it. So to show someone that they can do it would be pretty spectacular.
Exactly, yeah. And I guess much like people watching, when you start to delve into the reasons why people want to write songs, or they feel like that's how they need to, get something off their chest or express something, and that's equally as important. And I love that, and I think songwriting is a great it's a great tool.
Absolutely, yeah. And it's a diary. It does everything, doesn't it? It's it can help when they need the help or just need to get it out of their head, but can also preserve a moment as well. It's a very, very special weapon.
Definitely. And I think, I can't remember if it was Kelly or Jen that said this year at Songmaster, it's cheaper than therapy.
100%. There we go. I have tried really hard not to do that all day. This is coming out loud. Here we go. I knew it would happen.
It was bound to happen. That's right. Yeah.
But yes, it is definitely a lot cheaper than therapy.
Yeah.
And much quicker to get into.
Yes.
Jan said, please don't give up singing though.
Oh, not a chance, Janny. Absolutely. I can't wait to see you at the muster either.
It's going to be great. I really can't wait to hear how the muster goes this year. Before we go though, what is the best place to keep an eye on you for new music and things? I know we've all got social media, but what is your preferred and easiest platform for people to keep up to date?
I would say the socials. I think that's they're the ones that we update. Update regularly and stuff. I need to get better at remembering to update my website.
We all do, don't we?
Definitely.
It's the worst.
Yeah. Sometimes I just go, oh, there's so many bloody so many things to do and keep track of, and stuff. So so we'll keep on the socials. The Facebook and Instagram is probably the best one. Yeah. So and we're just about we just got the edit back of the video clip for 100%. So
excellent.
Yeah. So that's pretty exciting.
Is that coming soon?
That will be coming soon as well. Yeah. Yeah.
So that one.
It's going to. I'm really excited for people to see that.
That will be really good. Where did you film that one?
So that one was done, up here in Gympie. So some footage down at Rainbow Beach.
Yes. Yep.
Up at beautiful Double Island and Rainbow, and then a beautiful campground just outside Gympie called Hangaro. So and then there's blended a little bit of footage of the muster in there as well. So.
Yes. Oh, I cannot wait to see that. That is very exciting. And Troy has put a comment here. He said, hearing that song just shows how strong Australian country music is. That's a very, very beautiful thing to say. And it's so true.
Thank you, Troy. Appreciate it, mate. Thank you.
But I'm so sorry. I know that we always say half an hour and I've gone well over, but thank you so much for joining us. We love having you on here. Hope you come back for the next one. Because before we do go, though, you do still have some EPs available from your previous EP, we were saying, and merch. You've got some merch still available at the moment?
Yep. Yeah. Yes, we've got some merch available and some new hats on the way as well. So
Excellent.
so we'll have them in time for the muster.
In time for excellent. So really,
Yeah.
if you want to get to that soon, head to the muster is the trick.
Totally. Yeah. Come and say good day, and we'll give you some songs, and you can say good day and buy some merch.
That would be the best way. And you'll take some EPs to there as well?
Yes, yeah, we'll have some EPs and so I just love meeting people as well at the muster and sort of hearing their stories and seeing where they're from and stuff. I always enjoy that.
Yeah, I do too. And I think there's something about the muster to hear a story. Like it's the best place to hear stories of people. I don't know if it's just because you're in the bush or what it is, but
Yeah,
I think I nearly remember. I'm not very good memory, but when I go to the muster, I think I nearly remember every conversation that I've had
yeah,
because it's just something about it, and it's just got this different feel.
totally.
But no, it is a special place, and you do have another gig coming up in November in Bundaberg. Have you got any other shows coming up yet? We haven't released any just yet.
So we've got. I think we're piggybacking on the back of that show up in Bundaberg with another show in Gympie
Excellent.
with Darlinghurst that we're just about to announce.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, that's all right. So we're just about to announce it now. So that's that'll be that weekend. So and then we're just working. Been focusing pretty hard on the release around these couple of songs this year and stuff.
Yes.
And then we are gonna so the album will be out early 2025.
That's exciting. Yes.
Which is really exciting. So and then there'll be some definitely some touring on the back of that. So
Fantastic.
So we just wanted to let people sort of get comfortable with a few songs first and
yes,
and that
absolutely.
Yeah.
And it gives you an idea too of what to play live, I think, sometimes, like people's reactions and how, because as you said, like you can never really pick it. And when they start to relate, you can go, oh, that the way that they've read that'll be really good live, or that perhaps that one didn't fit how I thought it would. So it's a good way to sort of build your set list, I think.
Spot on. Yep.
It's as you said, you can never pick it, but
No.
it's just it's an interesting science that I don't think we'll ever understand.
No, and every crowd is different. That's absolutely.
Absolutely.
100%.
100%. That's right. Thank you very much for coming and talking to me. I hope I haven't held you up for another interview.
No.
We've absolutely loved having you on here, and we can't wait to do it again. Guys, before you hang up the phone tonight, make sure you head over there and scan the QR codes that are in the comments, or head over to Linc socials and make sure you give it a follow, especially because you know that the film clip for 100% is coming out. So keep an eye on those so you can see it as soon as it's released. And let us know in the comments what you think of the song. We can still see them when we've finished the live. Thank you very much again.
Thank you for having me. And honestly, thank you just for supporting, Australian country music as well.
Oh, we love it. Unfortunately, I don't think it's a choice for any of us because we can't stop.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. It's like once you're into music, it stays. Doesn't matter what you do. But thank you so much. And we'll see you guys all next week.